Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by endless rice fields in Cambodia, the nights were darker than anywhere else. When the sun disappeared, the villagers closed their doors early. Children were warned not to wander outside after midnight, and travelers passing through the countryside were told a single rule: if you see a floating light in the fields, do not follow it. Because the light might not be a lantern, it might be up. A spirit feared across the land, a woman whose body sleeps at home while her head floats through the night, hunting. In a small riverside village called Prekt Mey, people lived simple lives. Farmers woke before sunrise, monks chanted prayers every morning, and every evening, smoke from cooking fires drifted slowly above the palm trees. Among the villagers lived a young woman named Srey Mum. She was quiet, beautiful, and mysterious. Some said she rarely slept. Others whispered that strange things happened around her house. Chickens sometimes disappeared. Dogs barked wildly at night. But no one ever saw anything clearly. Still, rumors began spreading, and the old women in the village whispered a terrifying word: up. One humid night, a farmer named Chenda was walking home from the fields. The moon was hidden behind clouds. The air was silent. Then suddenly, he noticed something strange floating above the rice paddies, a small glowing light. At first, he thought it was a firefly, but the light grew larger and brighter. It moved slowly through the air, not like an insect, not like a lantern. It floated smoothly, silently. Then Chenda smelled something, a thick, metallic smell, like blood. His heart began pounding. The light drifted closer, and in the dim glow, he finally saw its shape. Not a lantern, not a spirit flame. It was a woman's head. Her long black hair hung down into the darkness, and beneath her neck, something terrible dangled. Thin red shapes twisting in the air. Organs. Her eyes glowed softly as she drifted over the fields, searching, hunting. Chenda froze in terror. He remembered the stories. Up. The spirit floated silently above the grass. Her nose twitched slightly, as if smelling something. Then suddenly, her head turned toward Chenda. Her hollow eyes stared directly at him. He held his breath. The op slowly drifted closer, closer, closer. The wet sound of organs swaying softly in the wind. Her lips curled into a thin smile. Then she whispered, soft, almost gentle, Chenda. The farmer's blood turned cold. He had never told anyone he was there, but the spirit knew his name. With a scream, Chenda dropped his lantern and ran. Behind him, the floating head followed silently through the air. Faster, closer. He could feel the cold wind from her movement brushing his neck. Just when he thought she would catch him, the temple bell rang loudly in the village. Dong, dong, dong. Suddenly, the spirit stopped. Her glowing eyes flickered with anger. The first light of dawn was coming. With a low hiss, the head turned and drifted back toward the village, searching for the body it belonged to. The next morning, Chenda ran to the village monks and told them everything. At first, the villagers doubted him, but the monks listened carefully. They knew the ancient legends. Up was not just a ghost, it was a curse. At night, the cursed person's head would separate from their body and float through the darkness searching for blood and flesh. If the head could not return to its body before sunrise, the spirit would be destroyed forever. But if it succeeded, the curse would continue. The monks asked Chenda one question. Which direction did the spirit fly? Chenda pointed toward the edge of the village, toward a small wooden house, the house of Srey Mom. The villagers slowly walked there together, their hearts filled with fear. Inside the house, they found something horrifying. Srey Mom lay sleeping peacefully on a bamboo mat. Her body was there, but her head was missing. The monks quickly surrounded the house. They placed sacred charms around the door and waited. The sky slowly brightened with morning light. Then suddenly, a soft wind moved through the trees. From the darkness above the village, a glowing shape floated toward the house. It was the head, the Op. Her face twisted with hunger and rage. She drifted toward her body. But when she reached the doorway, the sacred charms burned with golden light. The spirit shrieked. She tried to force her way inside, but the charms blocked her path. The sky grew brighter. The first rays of sunlight touched the fields. The Op screamed one final time. Then, the glowing head burst into black smoke and vanished forever. Inside the house, Srey Mom's body turned cold and lifeless. The curse had ended, but the terror of that night would never be forgotten. Even today, in the countryside of Cambodia, elders still warn their children, if you walk through the rice fields at night and see a strange glowing light floating in the darkness, do not call out, do not follow it, and whatever you do not let it smell your fear, because somewhere in the night sky, the Op may still be searching for its next victim, and if it learns your name, you may never see the sunrise again.